Hi, guys. So we are trying to have some insider knowledge into the world of hackathons. So I am here with. Introduce yourself.
Rachel Levy.
So Rachel has been a community member at the Miami Bitcoin Center. Just great attending different events and learning about crypto. She's a huge libertarian. So we're going to start asking her some fun questions and let's see what she thinks. So Rachel, you see a lot of men or women here?
Mostly men. I'm about 5 women and about 50 men.
I think most of them are in this 3 feet vicinity that we're in.
The other 2 are right here.
So do you think that these guys have girlfriends?
Not as many as should.
I wonder if we go talk to them, do you think they would be nervous talking to girls?
They might be, yes.
Maybe we
should keep on.
Yeah, we should. Oh, I'm a blonde now. I forgot. No. We should probably try it out.
We should try that.
Let's go. What's up? Can we ask you some questions, Julian?
Okay, sure.
They're going to be a little weird questions, but you ready for it?
I'll play along.
So, Julian, do you have a girlfriend right now or a wife? Are you married?
I'm divorced.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
What game are we trying to play?
We're playing a game called. I should probably pre-prep some questions.
I'm divorced, but I can play married.
You can play married. So, are you into open relationships?
Yes.
Oh, are you in? Hey, Nick. Rachel, are you into open relationships?
I think they're fine for those who choose them, but I'm not in one.
Are you? Let me think.
So I learned this way of being in the world. Have you heard of a trisexual?
No, I have not. Please educate us. Have you heard of a trisexual?
Never heard of it, but I can't wait to hear.
Yeah, I'll try anything.
Oh, God. So what do you think most of these guys in here, do you think if we started a crypto dating service that they'd be interested into it? I feel like Rachel and I and Annalise could probably give them some pointers on girls.
We can help train them and then vet the girls that are coming in, teach them what to be prepared for.
Yeah.
I think they look all kind of nerdy and like they don't know anything, but once you're behind closed doors, you might be very surprised.
Oh, God.
Ooh, these hands can do more than coding.
You can try it out.
So we are going to move on to our next victim. Thank you so much.
All right.
What are you building, by the way?
These guys were building a crypt ID feature. Takes addresses and converts them to customized names.
So I can't wait to see your guys' presentation tomorrow. Good luck. If you need help staying awake, let me know. So do you like when you see women walk through the room during a hackathon?
Yes, of course.
Does it distract you from what you're doing?
Of course not.
Oh.
Are there enough women involved in hackathons?
I think we need more women for more productive.
And what kind of roles do you mean would make you guys more productive?
I think because women are beautiful and make the area more beautiful and productive space, I think.
So do you have a girlfriend?
Right now, no.
Do you have any girls that you pen pal online?
What?
Do you have any girls that you talk to online that might or might not be girls because you've never met them in person?
Girls that I never meet person, but talking online. Like 2 maybe.
Very cool. So let's say that we started a dating consulting service for developers.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think, yeah.
We'll probably section off one of these rooms for a dating class. They teach you how to take interviews and stuff to get good jobs. We'll teach you guys.
Flirting skills.
Teach. What you will teach?
How to hack your way into the life of a beautiful woman.
Ooh, that's really good. Would you take that class?
Like hackathon for women?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to improve skills. Yeah, of course.
We're gonna start this. What are you building, by the way?
I'm building a small security tool for managing your private keys, so anybody can hack you.
Well, women are really attracted to security. So keep saying that. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, be careful. Yeah, because woman can blow your mind and steal your private keys. By the way.
Guys, moral of the story is don't give your girlfriend your private keys. Maybe not even your wife.
Today we're talking about blockchain and women. And can I get your name, please?
Yeah, my name is Adam Manka.
Adam, do you think that there are enough women here at the Blockchain Center?
Around me right now, there's several, but no, not in general. There's a need for women in tech in different capacities. I don't know if it's necessarily like programming specifically or anything else. I'd love to have as many as possible, but I think it's important that we use, all of our strengths together to try and get more people involved in different capacities. I think not even necessarily from a programmatic standpoint, which in my personal personal engagement, it's been that women actually don't prefer to code as much, but in mass, but they always have a different angle for onboarding too. So it might not be that they specifically like computer code as much as a guy might sometimes, but they find creative ways to become involved and then maybe do something that's involving with computer code or hackathons or blockchain, but in a way that suits them best or strength or finds it interesting to them. So I think that there's creative ways to onboard them with that, if that makes sense.
I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go be funny again because he was really good. Okay, so he's very smart.
Oh
now
my
let me
God,
ask you a
don't
question.
say that. Don't say that.
I'm sorry. So
Thank
Adam, let me ask you this now. Do you think that part of the reason that there are not more women in events like this is because the men who are here don't have enough game?
Oh, that's wow. A good question. Why? Wow, this is pretty sexist. God. Guys are expected to have game? I thought women were expected to have game too.
Puffing and passing a watch tonight. I don't bump y'all trash. We are not alike. Don't start with a bark or
No, women have game.
These
I'm
guys
not
are
saying I don't
highly
have game. I'm
sought-after
saying that this is a
developers.
male-saturated
Maybe they're messing up
market.
and they should be here.
So what about Lucy? So, okay, what if we started a dating service to where people like us three ladies, helped developers and brought girls in, and instead of like a job fair, we did a dating fair. Would you guys attend? If you didn't have girlfriends.
Listen.
That's the best. I mean, we need that right away.
We need that right away.
Get on it. Wow. I mean,
Listen to me. For somebody like Peter, I could highly recommend it. For me, I've loved my life back home. She's a wonderful girl. She's absolutely phenomenal.
He's a loyal man right here. Girlfriend, shout out to you. Venezuelan princess.
Yeah, she's wonderful. She's wonderful. And she's a surgeon lady, so, can't really compete.
She's actually the sugar mama in the relationship, so.
401k plan. No, I'm just kidding.
oh man, you nailed it. You rocked it.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so then wait, what about you, Peter? Would you be a part of this dating service? Let's say that we had like classes, hacking girls, hacking into girls, dating. Maybe you were into one. I know you, Peter. I know you want a serious relationship, and you're not into certain things. However, let's say we had a dating class that taught you like how to flirt and like brought girls, and then we also prepped the girls to be like, hey, guess what? Liberty's important. What would you attend that class? Would you pay for it?
Yeah, sign me up. I mean, we need more girls in tech. Our Christmas parties can be, they could use some more girls.
If you're 30 and you're still in your basement, you're way behind. You got to get out there. That's all I'm saying. It's like, come on now. Come on, guys. That's ridiculous. That's the reality. I mean, I know VR is great and everything.
Bitcoin broke $9,000. Just kidding. I am. I already yelled it out earlier. So, last question. Are you guys building anything for the hackathon?
I don't think I can.
Oh, yeah. You guys are illegal from building, so please help me take out the trash later. That's what men are good for.
Terrible.
I know.
The divine feminine. What about them? They're incredible.
So, question. Do you think that there is enough women in the blockchain space right now?
I think there are a lot of women in the blockchain space, and there are more coming in every day, and we welcome them with open arms and open hearts.
What about here, physically here tonight?
I'm outnumbered 4-1 right now.
In this silent room, you are outnumbered.
Yeah.
So, do you think that there's anything that that men should do or women should do to try to get more women into the space, or do you think naturally it should happen? Any suggestions?
I think people should consciously choose to come into the space and enter spaces that they want to choose, and we should be respectful and open-hearted and welcome people into the space and encourage people to follow their dreams. And if those are passionate about creating projects around blockchain is such an incredible inclusive technology that there's so much opportunity for people to take what they're passionate about and think about some of the iterations or the use cases for what they're working on and be able to apply it and be part of it. But this is a big industry and it's growing, so there's lots of room.
Yeah, I love that idea because I really don't think that we should ever force people or tell them, hey, if you're a woman and you want to do something, like if you want to be a stay-at-home mom or whatever, nobody should ever be knocked for that. You shouldn't be like, hey, you need to get into technology or you need to get into STEM fields. But if you like it, come on in as women. You know, I feel like they're more welcomed. You're right, this is a very nascent industry and there's so much room to grow. So right now, a lot of developers like men because I'm a firm believer that women tend to like people, more heart-related stuff. Yeah. Men tend to like more tangible things like development, just things that are like salesy. And so because of that, that's why you have the change. But it's a new industry. There are a lot of roles to be filled. I think a lot of these companies, what they need are marketing arms, and women are good at that.
Right. I don't think we need we don't need more women coders, like coding because we don't have enough women coders in the room. Yeah, we need we need the divine feminine here. We need to build for women. We need to build women helping build for women because...
Or for humankind, not just women.
Absolutely.
So what do you think the divine feminine is, Rachel? I'm going to ask you after, but what is it?
Well, I think it's a perspective. It's a softer perspective at life. And it is, ultimately women are the creators of humanity. And I think that so often technology is developed from the male perspective because so many men are in that space. So whether or not it's women who are locked actually behind the scenes, behind the screens, making the code, it's more about educating and preparing the men to be able to write something that is versatile, like you're saying, that touches for any market that's going to be using the product.
Very true. What is the divine feminine?
The yin to the yang.
That's a really good way to put it. Simply way to put it. I mean, women have the feminine touch for a reason. There are two genders for a reason, and we complement each other very well. So I don't like the notion of shaming men because there are more men. It's not their fault because there's definitely more women in nursing, and nobody puts up picket signs saying, why are there no more men nurses? So it's interesting. So here, another...
Nice words from Eryka.
So one more question before we let you get back to developing. Let's say that we started a class, right? What would the class be about?
Hackers picking up girls. Effective relationship skills.
Yeah, it would be kind of like a job fair, but like a dating fair. And we would prep the girls, and then we would also kind of teach the guys
flirting skills, how to speak to women, and also how to share about what their values are. Because I think I do notice seem to be, at least here, less women who share some of the same political and other sort of values that ultimately are underneath the blockchain technology and Bitcoin itself.
Yeah, for sure. Would you think that people would come?
I think so, and I think especially in Miami, women could teach men a lot of things, especially conscious women could teach men a lot of things about respecting women, because this city is... in my experience, it is lacking a certain degree of respect towards women.
Very, very interesting. Well, hopefully we can teach that respect. I really think we have a business model. We're going to go to hackathons all around the world and bring chicks, right?
Absolutely. We're going to hack the relationship world at the hackathons.
Thank you very much, Kyle.
You're most welcome, Eryka and Rachel. Thank you.
All right, so let's go to this kid. Yeah. I like his glasses. John, can we sit down?
Why not?
Do you have any questions you'd like to ask Rachel and I?
Questions? On what varying topics? Okay. Sweet, I'm eating a large metal ice cream cone. So.
Hold on.
All right, so my name is Rachel. Your name is John? Yes. All right, John. So one thing we've noticed is the large amount of women compared to men at this hackathon. Where do you think that issue is coming from? And is it an issue?
I don't think it's an issue. But I'd say there's still, I think there's still a lot of men here. However, I don't know. I don't really care what gender I'm hacking with particularly at hackathons. I like to be above the political fray on these things.
Do you think that we should work to raise awareness with females about these sorts of activities?
I think, how can I put it? Society in general should raise awareness so that women can be coders. Now, blockchain will naturally follow, but of course, the blockchain space needs to make itself present in the realm of the tech world. So, like, what Ben is doing, I think, is very valuable because they're showing that blockchain, is a real academic subject, and you can be a student of it like any normal thing, rather than something full of anarchists and weirdos, which it is. But
Hey, anarchist weirdos, that's us. So, John, real quick question: do you have a girlfriend?
I do not.
Would you like to have a girlfriend?
Perhaps.
So, do you have any girls that you talk to online that you just like, you never met them in person, but you just talk to them online?
Not really.
Would you like a girlfriend, like a long distance, like internet girlfriend?
No, that'd be kind of weird.
I think so too. I'm glad you think so too. So we have an idea, right? So instead of job fairs during hackathons, we're gonna do like dating services. We'll bring like girls in that are interested in dating guys. We'll prep them and make sure that they have like the same ideals and like morals that we have, and then also like teach the guys. Yeah, not pre-brainwashing. I mean, like Rachel and I are huge libertarians. The reason why I'm into this is because I'm like, hey, we got to find a better form of money, But we'll also teach the guys like how to flirt, like how to like have a good first date, like what girls like, what they don't like. Would you be interested in taking something like that if we offered it during hackathons?
That's a good question. I'm open to it, but it depends how it was done, how weird that would be.
We'd make it not weird. Don't worry about it.
A lot less weird than this.
It's weird. We're just having fun. That's what we're doing. But thank you, John. Are you building anything cool? Actually, I'm going to ask your teammate here because I bet you she could tell me better. Because girls are better at language. Thanks, John. We were at this party. We were at the Bitcoin Mansion party, and I mean, it was an open bar, and so it was very, very fun. But I think it got to a certain point of the night where people were just drinking too much, and they were getting a little too friendly, and so, like, and she and I were talking, and then somebody like came up to me, and I just felt really uncomfortable, and so like she helped me like get away from them, and we're like, oh, we're going to the bathroom.
Let's go to the bathroom. Let's get out of here. We gotta go. Someone's calling us over there.
So I know you have some interesting opinions about like being a woman in this space. Obviously, you're a developer. Great job. Tell me some stuff you were saying earlier in the week about like how you feel like men were treating you.
I mean, it's definitely changed. Like, the culture's changed a lot after, like, the whole Me Too movement, I'd say. Before that, it was a lot more acceptable to, like, when I gave my background in cybersecurity, so giving presentations at security conferences, someone would raise their hand and be like, are you single? Like, stuff like that. Now, the space, that's not allowed. Like, if someone was to say that, they would be booed, whereas before, you got the laugh out of everyone. So I think there's a lot more inclusion. And I think a lot of the kind of reticence that women had before to entering this space, because it was so male-dominated, that's starting to fade away, because you're seeing more female developers, you're seeing more female tech makers. And so if you don't see yourself in the space physically, you don't see yourself in the space. So now that women have a lot more role models in the space and are more encouraged to join it, I think you're going to get a lot more females contributing code.
Yeah, I definitely think that there's a progression. It's not stagnant at all. I mean, things have been changing over time, and they've been changing for the good. So the other thing that I wanted to ask was this dating thing we're doing here. You want to? Would you participate?
I am not someone who like giving advice or having.
I mean, like, here, let me see. So let's say that.
I've had it both sides of the coin.
Sorry, I guess the first question is: do you have a boyfriend, significant other?
No.
Are you interested in having a relationship?
No.
How old are you?
27.
Okay, yeah, I was like that for a while. I was like very just focused on what it was that I was doing, but then somebody came into my life. So, okay, let's say that we did from a woman's perspective, let's say that we did this class, right, to where we had women that maybe were interested in dating developers. They like smart guys who are kind of libertarian, but it's really hard to find them because they kind of are like reclusive. So let's say we started a dating service to where it was like we helped men speak to women, but then we also helped women get access to these men. What's your opinions on something like that? So instead of a job fair like we had today, we would have a like dating job fair.
I mean, I think people in the programming world think like the cliche that we're awkward is like pretty true. So you'd have to make it very unawkward. And I would just say, like, being part of the queer community myself, should be like a queer side to it as well.
We have found the lady hideout in the center, and it's by Lucio Paletti's art. So good job, Lucio. You attract the women. Ladies, have you been enjoying yourself today?
We have, yes. She answered it for us. We're very much enjoying ourselves here.
Very, very cool. So now we're at a developer hackathon right now at the Bitcoin Center. Do you guys see more men or women?
I think it's pretty obvious who's dominating around here, but I think we're a force to be reckoned with.
Do you think that it's a problem that there's more men here? Do you guys see it as a problem?
Oh yeah.
I actually don't see it as a problem because, yeah, sure. So I feel like we are equal in this industry. So yeah, it's for sure. We're like there are more men here, but it doesn't matter if you're a girl or a man. It matters what you know and like what you're developing. So we're in this together, and I don't see it as a problem.
How about you? Do you see it as a problem?
Not at all. Like, we can all learn and work with each other, like from each other. Everyone has like different perspective to bring. So even though there is like obviously like a shortage of women, like it's not a problem that like it's dominated by boys. Because like in the nursing industry, there's a lot of women than guys. So that they're like, oh, we need more guys. So it's like it's never like a perfect world. Like you just like.
I love that. I literally just said earlier, and somebody else I was asking, I brought up the nursing industry. Exactly. It's not a problem. It is what it is, right? So let's say, I mean, these guys, right? We've kind of been surveying them, and we've been like, do you have a girlfriend? Do you want a girlfriend? Okay. So most of them, I mean, obviously, most of them don't have girlfriends. And then I've been like, oh, do you date somebody online that you've never seen in person? And they also say no to that. It's a pretty funny question. And also, I'm like, well, what if we started something to where we brought girls that were interested in dating developers who maybe, they are kind of hiding behind the scenes, but girls who like smart guys. And then we also taught the men, like, just dating tips, like, how to flirt, how to have a successful first date, how to not be weird, like just breathe, bro, it's gonna be okay, simple things like that. And we brought them to hackathons. What do you guys think about that?
I've seen something like, because I was like touring like somewhere like at Harvard or MIT, and they had like signs around the campuses. It's like, oh, do you want to find someone as smart as you? Like, come to our like coaching services. And like they had like numbers to like pull from, like to learn how to have like social skills. So like I don't know, like, if you, like, develop that, like, have, like, a Facebook group, like.
Very interesting. How about you ladies? What do you think about that idea?
I think it's pretty interesting. I've never thought about that, to be completely honest, but I feel like it would be an interesting experience.
Any comment?
I don't know. I don't think there's a shortage of, like, attractive, socially knowledgeable, intelligent people, so I don't know. It's interesting.
So let's say that I was like, all right, I need ladies to help me train these guys and how to be like more effective and find love in their lives and not just be behind their computers all the time, and that the girls are not as intimidating as we think they are, or as they maybe think they are. Would you guys help me teach the men?
Yes.
Absolutely.
If anything, I think men are a lot more complicated than we are.
True that. Okay. We've been trolling the men and the women here because we're just wondering what is their stance on dating. So we're here with, please introduce yourself, miss.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea, also known as Crypto Gal.
Crypto Gal. So do you find your following is mostly men or women?
Men.
And do you feel like they get a little weird online sometimes?
All the time.
How weird? Like, what's like one of the weirdest things? I'm so curious now.
God, just random guys messaging me, telling me not to post pictures with my boyfriend, or just I don't know.
Very interesting. Has anybody like ever asked you if they could pay money for a picture that you have?
Yes, on Twitter.
What what did you say?
I haven't opened the message or responded. I'm going to delete it.
Very, very good. Okay, so all right, so there's that. Now, what about your female following? I'm sure you have girls that are like very, very supportive of what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. People ask me all the time to mentor them, and that my content is very inspiring, so that's really rewarding.
Yeah, Crypto Gal, how many followers do you have? Just I don't even know, but
12,000.
Dang, good job. Thanks. So, okay, do you have a boyfriend? Well, you do, right?
Yes.
How long have you guys been dating?
Almost 2 years now.
And is he a developer too?
No, he's actually an electrical engineer.
Very cool. Two smart people, right? So let's say that we want to create a prime race of smart people, you know, and that means we got to connect smart people, smart women with smart men. And let's say we wanted to craft something like this, and we would do it in a way where it's like a dating hackathon a hackathon for dating, okay?
Yeah, you could have different like tables to kind of like speed date, right? It could be interesting.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of these guys, like, they're interested in dating, but they don't feel confident.
I think, yeah, a lot of guys who are really, really smart and technical, they just lack social skills. So,
but it doesn't mean that they would not be good boyfriends, you know?
Yeah,
a lot of bad boyfriends out there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I saw this thing the other day, and this girl, she was a tall girl, and she tweeted something out, and she was like, all you guys are here talking about, like, I won't date a short guy, but you're dating a guy with like 3 kids from 3 different women, and like she's dating a short guy and he's totally fine. So there's just a huge emphasis on women for, I mean, these weird social norms, but I think that intelligence is way more important.
Oh yeah, it's definitely the most attractive quality.
I think women are kind of attracted more to like intelligence and status, and men are more attracted to like looks and you know, personality obviously matters in both camps.
Yeah, it definitely does.
So do you think that if we'd started something to where we're teaching these men just like skills on how to talk to women, do you think that do you think that'd be successful?
I think you'd have to frame the event in a way in which they wouldn't know that's what they were coming to do, because a lot of them would probably back out.
Good idea.
So, yeah.
Well, we're gonna try this out one day. Would you help us participate in teaching these guys? Because like they're my friends. Like I just want them to be happy, you know?
Oh, I totally agree. I would love to do that.
Cool. Well, coming to a hackathon near you guys.
Oh God, coming soon.
All right, guys, we asked all the intelligent individuals in here that are hacking stuff, the men, the women, to bring you the 411 on dating in the crypto space. So this is the Bank of Eryka. I am signing out, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want this dating service to come to your hackathon, comment below.
Style bite, I tell you the truth and advise it right. Plus stomp on foes with the elephant steps. So